everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today I'm going to be showing you how to style a coffee table. So before I give you my tips and tricks on how to style a coffee table, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would mean so much to me. Over on my channel, we talk all things home decor. I love doing makeovers. I love shopping for home decor and showing you what I get. I love antiques, and over the past year, I've been really focusing on collecting those special vintage pieces and just furnishing my apartment overall. So if that's something you're interested in, then please subscribe and follow along with me. I first wanted to share my top decor items that I think really help with styling a coffee table and really any space in your home. I feel like these are my staples, and maybe I'll do a video where I go more into my staples, maybe show you my home decor collection a little bit more, because I have like multiple things in those categories. So the first one, and the one that I've been kind of collecting more of as I moved out, are coffee table books. So they can be expensive, but a good option is to thrift them. I have just really wanted to start my collection for home decor coffee table books, so I've kind of stopped thrifting for them myself. My all-time favorite is my Architectural Digest one, which I actually got used on Amazon. That's another great option because yeah, coffee table books can sometimes be astronomical. Like the full retail price for the AD book is $125. So if you don't have the budget for that, that is totally understandable. Again, I got mine used on Amazon, so definitely having a good little collection of coffee table books is always helpful when styling your home. The next one is bowls and trays. These are great for corralling those items like remotes or things like that. Like I keep my boyfriend's glasses in our coffee table bowl. So it's just a great way to keep messier things look more tidy on your coffee table. Candles are something that I am obsessed with, so I always like to have a good candle on my coffee table. You can get these for really inexpensive at like IKEA. You can of course get like Bath and Body Works candles, or HomeSense is also a great place for them. The next one is faux, dried, or fresh florals. Having branches or fresh flowers really add a nice touch to your tablescape. It adds liveliness, could be a pop of color. They're so good. Next one, and this isn't one that I always put on my coffee table, but it's like vessels and vases. They're a great option to take up space, to layer, or even use for your fresh flowers or dried florals. Lastly is like your small decor bits. So like a beaded garland, candle accessories, a little vase. So now that we have all of our top decor pieces to style our coffee table, we're going to want to stick to a color palette. Of course, if you're collecting decor and things, it's probably already in a color palette that you like or that matches your apartment. My coffee table is a rectangle, vintage, I don't know if it's vintage, but old piece. The wood is like cracked and beaten up, which I love. So I usually like to mix old and new. The fact that I have this old coffee table, I love putting modern decor on top of it. So that's kind of what's going to be reoccurring here. If I had a more modern coffee table, I think I would still go towards modern decor on top. However, I might add more warmer tones like a wooden bowl or something like that, but I don't want to put a wooden bowl on my wood coffee table. That's a preference for me. I don't love mixing wood tones so close together. If you do have a more modern coffee table and you like vintage pieces, then I think that's a really great way to warm up your coffee table and space in general. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you 3 different designs on my coffee table, and then the last one is gonna be how I'm going to leave it, because I've been finding my coffee table a little bit plain and I wanna add a couple more detailed things on my coffee table. I also just picked up fresh florals yesterday, and it's something that is such a special treat, something that you can do for yourself. If you can do it weekly, that's great. I can't always get myself fresh florals. That's why dried florals are a great option. I always like starting off with a coffee table book. It's probably going to be one of the bigger pieces that you're going to be decorating with, so finding the place for that is a great way to start. Then you can go ahead with your tray or bowl. In this case, I'm going to be using this tray. This is a great way to style your remotes so it looks more purposeful. Then I'm going to add this vase to the table. I actually DIY'd this from the thrift store using the dirt technique, so it gives it a more aged look. And then I just have some dried florals in there. This is the pampas grass, and even though they're dried, I think it adds like life to it, any dried florals or a pop of color, so I love designing with that. Once you have your base, meaning you have your bigger items, you like the way it's laid out, you're happy with the pieces that you've picked, then you can go ahead and add in your smaller decor pieces. So your candles, your candle accessories, your garland, whatever you want to put, this is the time to now go ahead and fill those spaces, layer on top of the coffee table book, and finish the whole look off. Okay, so for my second coffee table design, we're gonna go a bit more playful and fun, adding a little bit more pops of color, more of those like gold accents, which I personally love. So now for my coffee table book, I'm going to be using this really beautiful pink cover one. It's called Family Homes, and it's absolutely stunning book. It is $75 at Indigo, but it's one of my all-time favorite books that I have. I love flipping through it. But the fun thing about this design is I'm going to be using this coffee table book, or just any book stand. It's one of the ones that allows the book to lay flat open, but it elevates it up off the table a little bit. I think these would look so good on a TV stand or a console table, but today we're going to be using it on the coffee table. I actually love having the coffee table book open. I think it just invites people to flip through it rather than if you just have it closed with decor on top. A lot of the times people probably are not going to be looking through them, so having it open just adds an extra layer of visualization, and it just kind of makes it more of like an art piece in and of itself. So for this design, I'm incorporating those fresh florals. They make me so happy. You can of course do it for a pop of color. I usually just get like white or pink tulips, or like white roses, white hydrangeas, just because that's my personal style. But of course you can definitely use florals for like a nice big statement or pop of color when you're styling. Florals add so much to the tablescape, and it just makes it feel so luxurious. I love them. Then I'm adding in my favorite bowl, again, to house the remote, or sometimes I'll put my lighter in there that I use to light my candle. I'm lucky enough because my coffee table actually has a drawer, so I'm able to hide a lot of the unpleasant looking things, but I also love putting them in a bowl because unless you're kind of close to the bowl, it doesn't really look like there's much in it, so it's a great way to hide some of those pieces. And I just love the modern design of this bowl against the coffee table. I absolutely love that juxtaposition of the old and new. Okay, so for coffee table design number 3, I kept it simple and all pretty much in the same color palette, this like lavender taupe color. I have the coffee table book with some little decor bits stacked on top, the matching bowl, which is so cute and again so perfect to corral those items. And lastly, I've put the vase in the middle with a pop of greenery there with the faux olive branches. I absolutely love this color palette. The green with the lavender just looks so cute. Okay, and finally, the last design is what I'm going to be sticking with. So this really has to be my personal style and how I like to keep my coffee table. Let's get started. Even though I have a lot of great coffee table books now, my absolute favorite is the AD one. I love the color and the texture and the size of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. I'm then gonna put my favorite bowl. I also have so many bowls, but this one is really gorgeous against the wood of the table. So I love using this one. It's from Pottery Barn. I just keep, again, the remotes and sometimes my boyfriend's glasses. Otherwise, I do have the drawer. So I do sometimes hide those items in the drawer if need be. Then of course, I'm going to be using my fresh florals because I did just pick those up yesterday and they make me so happy. I do have a cat now, so when I go to bed, I put them away. A lot of florals are poisonous to cats, so that's been fun to try to get around. Again, with the old beat up coffee table, the flowers just look so luxe and glam. So my beaded garland is another one that I keep on my coffee table all the time. It is my go-to, my staple. I love styling with it. So I just usually drape that over the coffee table book in kind of a nonchalant, totally casual. I just threw it their way. And now I want to try to style this big crystal that I have on the table. I have just had it on like my window ledge and I want to try to incorporate it in the coffee table look now. I'm just feeling like the crystal with the florals is giving very glam, and that's not usually my style. I'm just gonna throw in this antique pot that I have. It looks a bit like roughed up, so I think it would go really great with like the crystal and the florals, and we're able to warm up the coffee table a bit more. So this is what I have right now. I am really loving this side. I think there's like great balance, but this side is kind of bugging me. So I think I'm gonna try to put the fresh flowers in the middle, because let's remember, this is something that I'm not always gonna have. This is something that I picked up and I like to do from time to time, but I'm not always gonna have fresh flowers. Of course, if you are always gonna have dried florals, then you can take that into consideration, but I'm not always gonna have fresh flowers on the table. So I'm gonna try to put the hydrangeas in the middle and see if I can do like another book or so. It's actually been weeks later and I got sick, and then the procrastination has just been real. So I've actually made a couple trips to HomeSense since and gotten this really cute selenite bowl, and then just, you know, have kind of switched it up a little bit. So I just wanted to come on and show you that this is the finished product. This is how the coffee table has been looking, and I love it so much. We've got old mixed with new, and glam mixed with like bohemian with the coffee table and the beads, and I'm just obsessed. So also my last tip is to kind of think of your coffee table as a grid. So again, this will kind of only work for rectangle coffee tables. Like you can either have one line and two lines for three separate sections. If you like a super busy coffee table, you can just split it down the middle and have like your two vignettes. If again you like a more simple coffee table, or you could do the like cross here, which is sort of what I have, which is 4 different vignettes. So that's a great way to think of like how you should use your coffee table space wise. But again, it just depends on your personal style, if you're more minimalist or maximalist or what have you. So yeah, this is how I'm leaving the coffee table. I'm super happy with how it turned out. I love my new selenite bowl, and I love that I can incorporate this other crystal that I had that was kind of not being like displayed nicely. Happy with how the final design turned out. It's so my style. We have the gorgeous wood from the coffee table. It's like so beat up. I love it. And then I have all my modern decor items like our bowl and book, and then of course adding in that vintage antique element to again warm it back up and kind of ground those modern pieces a bit more. So happy with how it turned out. Thank you so much for styling my coffee table with me. I hope maybe that you learned a thing or two. If you were stuck and weren't sure how to style your coffee table, I'm hoping to do more of these. Like maybe I'll show you how I style my bookshelves, my console tables, my TV stand. I will show you it all. So if that's something that you would be interested in, please subscribe and follow along. It makes me so happy, and I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.